Good morning, everyone. This is Tanya at Beebeecrafts back today with another project share. Oops, I forgot to turn my light on. Here, let's put some light on the subject. I wanted to put some seals on some snippet belly band, I don't know, paper things. I'll show you. And I thought they would be a great touch. So I wanted to go back over my Beebeecrafts wax seals. I went over these with you guys a few days ago, I believe, or last week. And Cash says it's a very good idea to get these seals. And she's in there hollering. I just gave her breakfast. I don't know why she's yelling at me. So this one was the Dragonfly seal. Hope you guys can see that. I think it turned out beautifully. We put the dried flowers back here, some eyelash trim, and made a bookmark. So I'll be embellishing this more. But in the meantime, there it is, that one. We did that one the other day. We did this pumpkin, had a lot of fun making these. Did this pumpkin with the eyelash trim and dried flowers again. I used the gold pen to highlight the pumpkin. The gold metallic pen. And the dragonfly again. So much fun, you guys. I love this. I love this project. This one, I didn't use enough wax on this one. Again, I'm fairly new to this, so I'm learning. And I didn't highlight this one either, but I will go back and do that later. And use the eyelash trim, just kind of wadded it up and put the wax over it. It turned out pretty cute. I did these on parchment paper so I could peel them up and use them later for projects. Great way to get ahead of the game and have some made ahead or share with friends. This one is a dragonfly with the eyelash trim and the flowers. And today, well, the other day, you saw me make these rolls, and I put the texture paste on here. And I call them rolls. I don't know why I'm calling them that, except it reminds me of a snippet roll, but it's paper. So I used the base paper, and then glued some different torn scrap bits that I had on my desk, and then added some fabric. I added some stitching today from my sewing machine, and today we're going to add the wax seal on here. Did the same with this one. This is how this one turned out with the paste, and then I put some stitching down here, some zigzag, and then another stitch here, and then another stitch here. I have a new sewing machine, so I'm playing with the stitches and stuff, so this is really a couple different things. I'm practicing with my new machine so I can learn how to use the different stitches and adjust tensions and just see what the different stitches will do, but it's also making something beautiful. So I always love trying new things. Again, I used some tulle and some lace and some silk, added the stitching, texture paste, and the papers. So I'll be able to use these as embellishments in journals or cards, what have you. So today we're gonna put the wax seals on there. So let's do it. And I'm gonna also do one of the cards that they sent me so you guys can see those too. And something that I learned over the week on, because I didn't have a letter to send, so I thought, well, I don't wanna seal an envelope. But, you know, if you watch enough YouTube, you'll see how other people are doing some of these fun things. The little piece of wax came out of there that I put in there. And I realized that I can put it on the envelope without actually sealing it shut. And I'll explain when I get there. But I'm going to add a couple. I already have some wax in there, so I'm just going to add 2 in there for now. And I think we're going to get out the pumpkin. We're going to get out the pumpkin today and the maple leaf, because these are very fall. I don't think that the dragonfly is quite pertinent. We've got the pumpkin here. Love this pumpkin. And you guys have probably heard me before. I'm not a big fan of Halloween, so I tend more towards fall. So these are perfect for me. And then I'm gonna put my dragonfly away so I don't lose it today. I need to find a home for these. They're so beautiful. Aren't they just beautiful? Even just sitting there, they're just gorgeous. So this little thing is not from Beebeecrafts, but these are. I haven't got my order yet for my melting furnace, I think they're called, or spoon. So I kind of had to go and cheat and get them elsewhere for them in the meantime. I'm gonna actually, this is kind of messy on the bottom and I don't have any paper towels, so I'm going to, I don't know if this is advised. This is a coffee filter I'm using. It's super hot, but I can smell the burning wax underneath and I don't like that. I'll just toss that one. So it doesn't take long to melt. You can see in there, the little discs are going away. And I've got kind of, there's still smoke. I'm also using those tea light candles that I got from the thrift store. Gosh only knows how old they are. But they work, they catch fire, they work. They're doing their job. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Hopefully my fire alarm doesn't go off. I do see smoke coming up around it. It's kind of scorching it. All right, so what we're gonna do, it is kind of scorching it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use the leaf on this one and pour our wax on here. Hopefully that's enough. I probably should have trimmed the wick down a little bit. Look, it totally scorched up the bottom there. But that's probably because there was wax on it too. And I'm gonna just put it on there. I'm gonna press down for a second so it kind of gets in all the little holes. It starts to cool. Let's put some more wax in there while we're waiting. I'm gonna put 3 in this time, just to make sure. There might not have been as much in there as I thought. Okay. It really does bother me how much smoke is coming out of there this time. I do think my flame is a little bit too high. I'm just gonna hold it up a little bit. This is not a fault of the wax or furnace at all. I'm pretty sure it's the flames issue, the fire issue. Okay, let's lift this one up and see. It should be done. There it is. You guys, it's perfect. The color between the paste and the wax is perfect too. Let's color it up with the pen. Meow. Oh, there's Ammo. My other kitty is saying hi to you guys today. You guys usually hear Cash, but he's talking now. I just fed him. I don't know what their problem is. Seriously. He's been outside. He's got some lovin'. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. It's perfect. All right, let's do another one. This one, let's do, actually I feel like I should do 2 of them. I think I'm gonna do 2 of them on this one. Well, let's do this one first then. And I want the pumpkin on this one. This one is all melted up. Go ahead and pour it. Oh yeah, 3 is probably too much, but that's okay. That's all right. Go ahead, make sure the pumpkin is the right way, the right direction. And while we're waiting for that, let's put 2 back in here because 3 looked like it was too much. I feel like I wasted a little, but that's okay. It's not a waste, it's gonna be beautiful. All right. Hi, Cash, you're visiting too? Where's your brother at? Boy, all the animals are in here. I hear Gretchen's tail hitting the wall. She's wagging it because I'm talking to her. The cats are talking, both of them today. That's unusual. We usually hear from Cash, not Ammo. So their names, Cache is C-A-C-H-E. I used to do a lot of geocaching. And so Cache and Ammo are siblings from the same litter. I got them, they were rescues from a foster group that I used to work with. And I used to foster animals for them. Usually dogs, but I knew I wanted some cats when my 17-year-old cat passed. And so I got some kitties this time, and I kind of knew I was going to keep them. Oops, this one's bubbling, so don't leave it too long. And then Ammo was named because in geocaching you use a lot of ammo boxes for the geocaches. If you don't know what geocaching is, go look up geocaching.com and they'll explain it. It's like a worldwide treasure hunt. It's so much fun if you like to be outdoors and you like puzzles. And I don't really do it anymore because as I get older, I just feel like, and living in Alabama, most of them are hidden in the woods, and I don't feel like me wandering around in the woods by myself is a good idea. So I haven't done a lot of it in probably several years. But my kids have recently gotten into it again, and I'm really excited for them. There we go. We got the pumpkin on there. Let's go ahead and color that one. I never did find my silver pen. I think that might show up really well on here too, being the opposite color. And this pen is not from Craspire or from Beebeecrafts. This one is one I had here at the house. It's just a metallic pen that I got somewhere. Craftwork pen. I don't know where I got it. But you can get metallic pens pretty much, you know, most craft stores I think have them. There's the leaf. Beautiful. I want to do one right here over that yarn, or that butcher's twine. I'm going to go ahead and blow that out, because I feel like that would be a finishing touch. And we'll put the, boy, that really did scorch it. I'll have to clean that really good so it doesn't keep doing it. The pumpkin here, and I think I'm going to kind of tilt that one a little bit, make it go a little bit different direction. I like how the wax kind of squished under the butcher's twine. I'll show you when I pick it up. I'm going to actually clean that off again. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to scorch like that, but I think that's the wax that might have been on the bottom of the spoon, and the candle that I used, something. But I'm going to have to clean that really well. I don't want that to keep happening. Hopefully it's not about the metal or the spoon quality. So I will be posting the products that I used from Beebeecrafts in the description below. And you'll want to go check them out. These wax seals are so much fun. All right, let's put that on there. Highlight it a little bit, give it a little bit extra beauty. Just doing the raised edges there. I kind of like this ring color too, it's pretty. Apparently I can't talk and color at the same time. There we go. So that's that one. How simple and easy was that? Oh, I was going to do a card. Okay, I'm going to light up and do it again. I forgot to do that for you. So there's those three. I think they all turned out really cute, and I love the similar colors, and the wax has got the metallic to it, so it adds a little sparkle. Lots of texture there. Gorgeous. All right, let's do the card thing because it's super cool. So this is how you can do your envelopes ahead of time. Now I don't want to put, because I would mail these, I don't want to put flowers on them, but could put the twine. Let's see if I can do the twine. They put these beautiful cards. I should show you those again. They were all right here. These are this is one of the envelopes, and they come in packs of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, but there's 2 of each kind, and they're all a little bit different in color. This one is kind of this color, and then it's got little sun charms and then the twine for it. This one is a little darker, more of a coffee color. And then they've got the shamrocks and twine. This one has anchors, and this one's got kind of a map on it, like a vintage map. This one's got stars, and it's got a different color yet. This one's got keys, and this one's got leaves. So they're all gorgeous. And let's, okay, so this is what I saw on YouTube. Not my idea, but I'm glad I saw it. Don't know who did it, but they put their wax paper, parchment paper under here. And let's light this back up. Let's light up this. I'm going to actually trim some of this wick off so that maybe it won't smoke so much. Hopefully. There we go. I'm hoping that's the answer, and that's why it was doing that. Because look at that. It made a mess. I think it'll clean off, but I don't know. Not super impressed with my spoon. Put 3 in there. Make sure we've got plenty. And if you remember, I did the ones before on wax paper so I could peel them up. That's how I did these guys. And then I can just glue them onto my project later. Let's move that paper away from the fire. And I have a history with fire, you guys. I probably shouldn't be playing with it. I'm just gonna be honest. But safety first. Safety first. All right, so you put your wax paper or parchment paper. I'm using parchment paper. That's all I have. I don't have any wax paper in the kitchen, but this works really well too. I think either one would be fine. Or a Teflon sheet. I've seen folks use Teflon sheets, and that works really well. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour the wax over part of the paper edge and onto the parchment paper so that we'll be able to peel it off the parchment paper, but it'll stay attached to the envelope. Simple, right? All right. And then you could add elements. Believe it or not, I don't have any eyelash trim on my desk. Oh, the twine. Huh. Hello. They did put that in my package for me, but I think I dropped it. I think that's why I forgot. I heard something fall. I don't know. I don't know. Where did it go? I suppose I could use a different one. Or use this one. Use this one. Let's see, we'll get the leaves out of this one, the cord. I think if I leave it, now I don't want to put it on, oops. So this would normally wrap all the way around and then you would tie it, right? So let's see, it would go without the parchment paper, probably about halfway. So let's go ahead and we'll attach this about right here. And then I would bring the string up and attach the charm later after the fact, because that way you could take the charm off and use it for something else. So that's what we're gonna do. And let's use we'll use the pumpkin because it's sitting right here. So we've got our wax melted. There's probably other ways you could do this, but this is how I'm gonna do it. Okay. This will be the last one. And then the pumpkin is right here. Let's go ahead and push that one. You kind of want to hold it because that twine is kind of thick under there, so it wants to wobble back and forth, and you don't really want it to wobble back and forth because that's going to mess up your impression. All right, let's see. It should be almost done. Let it go. Get a sip of coffee. Takes a little bit of time to cool off enough. Perfect. Yep. All right. And I just kind of feel it on the side a little bit to see if it's still hot or if it's, you know, tacky. And it's not. It's not. Hi, Cash. All right. So we'll pull that. No, it's still a little bit warm. We'll leave it just a little longer. See, I left a little goo on there. I think that's where I'm going wrong. I think that, look at that soot. I'm gonna have to figure out why. All right, should be good, way good now. All right, let's peel that up. And then we can pick it up off our parchment paper, and very good, there it is. So it's attached to the flap, but it's not attached here. So later on, we can come along, we can string the charm, which I think is gorgeous. I love these charms. They're really heavy. They feel quality, you know? feel like they really feel like they're good quality. Let's see. I could actually do it this way. We'll just tie it. Trying to figure out the best way to tie it so that that charm is hanging free and yet still part of it. Still part of the equation. So you can do it like that. There you go. And then trim these up. I don't want to trim them up because I'm not ready to send it. But then you would just add a little bit of adhesive underneath that wax seal if you wanted to, or just leave it as it is. And what's really cool is when the recipient gets this, they can actually just cut around it or maybe peel it off the paper. It might tear the paper a little bit, that's okay. And they could use that in their scrapbook. Now, if I was doing this to send right away and I had a letter in here and everything, I would probably personally bring my bow up here and then seal it that way and then put the wax through the bow. But if you want to do it ahead of time, this is the perfect way to do it. So you guys, I hope you liked my little project share here today, and I hope that you will check out Beebeecrafts and their wax seals. These are Craspire wax seals, and they're fantastic, you guys. I really, really, really do recommend. I haven't used other ones, I'll be honest with you, but these are fantastic. For a first-time user, they've been super easy to use, and I'm really enjoying the product. So check them out. Tell them I sent you. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. Like, subscribe, share, hit all those buttons, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.